Coaches.
Hi, I'm Elitia.
And I'm Cullen, your favorite relationship coaches.
And today on our YouTube channel, we're going to be talking about whether professional help in relationships work. First of all, we like to put out there that we are not therapists, and there's a distinct difference between therapy and relationship coaches. We are your favorite relationship coaches,
Right.
and no judgment on either way you go. We're just very clear that therapy is can be even a medicine treatment, can come with prescription, can come with long-term care, can come with diagnoses. And therapeutic mostly focuses on the underlying reasons, chemical imbalances to why behaviors exist, whereas coaching is more of a nudging and now let's do something actionable about those behaviors. So one is immediate and one can be long-term and also come with medicine, right? And we are not prescribing anything here. We're your favorite relationship coaches. We want you to have that accountability, the roadmap, the tools and skills you need to have to get and maintain healthy love. So we're your favorite relationship coaches. There is a difference. So we wanted to just name that at the beginning. I remember for us, we got professional help as a requirement when we had to get married. Do you think getting professional help at the beginning of our relationship helped us?
I feel like it was pretty basic, but I feel like it was helpful because it introduced us to some new things, and it also brought some other things back front of mind. I feel like our church-based sessions primarily wanted to know whether we were actually going to church, how much scripture we actually knew, and that type of thing. But the actual skills that were applicable directly to marriage, those things weren't covered. You know, it wasn't an in-depth dive into teaching us about marriage. This is no critique on them. I mean, no criticism on them at all, I promise you. If I'm being honest, I think that every married couple could benefit from more direct teaching and learning that's going to deal directly with the problems they could possibly face. Every married couple could benefit from getting tools that they could really prosper from.
I believe getting professional help is always helpful,
Yes.
Especially if you want to do something new and different. And for us, we have been married before, we were dating before, and we wanted to do it in a healthy way this time.
Right.
And so we sought professional help. Moreover, for the work that we do, even though we both have backgrounds in therapy and psychology, we wanted to do a different route. We know what we wanted. We had been married before. We knew how challenging dating can get. And so we just needed accountability and a roadmap to streamline the process. So we chose coaching over therapy, and that's exactly what we do in our own practice. We created what we wish existed when we were finding our way and finding one another.
Couldn't have been said better. The reason why we chose to go the coaching route in terms of offering professional services is because that was also the thing that we would have chosen for ourselves. We wanted an accountability partner, and we wanted something that was going to get us to results more expediently.
In our practice, what we did was we thought about our own experience, we thought about our first marriage, we thought about the couples that were seeking us out for support, and so we created basically the foundation of the 3 C's, because we recognize that healthy communication, which is the first C, conflict resolution, and nurturing companionship, those 3 foundational components are what every budding couple, whether you've been in a commitment for 2 minutes or 30 years or 20 years,
Right.
you will need to navigate. You will need the tools, the roadmap, and the skills to navigate communication, conflict, because it's happening, and companionship, so you all don't feel like roommates. And so
Right.
we just created in our coaching model the basis of those 3 C's, and it was starkly different from what we had. But again, professional help is something that we recommend. Sometimes clients even come to us because they don't want to go to their churches because they feel like they got a general basis and they wanted more specific and nuanced work for their relationship. And so they seek us out in that way, and oftentimes our certification or our certificate of completion, their officiant accepts and then still performs the services for them when it's a requirement. And the work that Cullen and I created, like I said, we created what we wish existed, and then for us working with other people, one of the things we had to do was vet. So we always work with our clients on vetting. So as an organization, we have to vet too. So our best vetting tool is our intake, which is our free love style quiz.
Right.
The love style quiz is a way for you to identify how you're currently expressing love to the world and in all your relationships. And it gives you an indication of what you are attracting, because we are what we attract. We attract what we are. And
Right.
so if you score frustrated love or fantasy love, it's not a indictment or a permanent state, but it may give you some clues on maybe why are you attracting the same type of people. And so that free love style quiz is the first vetting tool, because it gives you a clear picture about what you're actually putting in the world. How are you currently expressing love? And
Right.
then we invite you to do some work to move along that journey. So even if you got fantasy love or free love, there's still some movement that can happen, right? There's some work to be done. So make sure you take a moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to our website
Right.
and take the free love style quiz. It's absolutely free, but it's going to give you some indication with some clear traits that you may be exhibiting that you're putting out in the world, and it's going to give you that indication of what you're attracting. So go take the free love style quiz. Another thing that we did was we wanted to know, okay, now that you've taken a quiz and you know how you're currently expressing love, what is the work? And so the Love Literacy membership is one that we co-created because it is a snapshot of the work that you can do to move your relationship and your practices from dysfunctional to health.
Right.
All of us come to the relationship with some practices that we have normalized, whether it's functional or whether it's unhealthy. Cullen and I are a prime example. Again, I had normalized so much dysfunction that he was very clear and like, you call that love, don't love me. And so the membership was literally packing up the work that I had to do to move from my plus 10 level of dysfunction just to neutrality, to even be on the same page with him and have the same language. And so the Love Literacy membership is a bunch of modules, podcasts, book and workbook assignments for you to move your journey to a place of health. So make sure you get a membership.
Let me be clear. Even if you consider yourself to be masterful with relationships, you still need to be getting your reps in. I don't care. Anything that you're not nurturing is withering. Please, that's why it's a monthly membership, because you don't go to the gym once and then it's done. You keep going. You go to the gym to stay fit, and there are tons of benefits from it. You look better, feel better, and on down the line. So that's what the monthly membership is all about.
Oftentimes, people have a membership and they say, okay, that's that self-paced, that's some quarterly check-in with my coaches. I want something a little bit more intensive. And so
Right.
Cullen and I created a 90-day series for daters and for couples, and conscious dating is for those active daters. They want 30 days of intense with us, because we will work you for those first 30 days. And then the next 60 days are you really in the field. So think of theory and practicum for school, but you're going to actually get to work for a quick transformation process that's oftentimes intense. So that's what the conscious dating series is.
Right.
And similarly, we have conscious couples for those couples who they may be already love literate. They may want some development. They may be at the point of, we're good, but we don't want to turn into roommates. We want to make sure that we stay fresh. And so they have similar practices too, where they have the first 30 days of us really unpacking those 3 C's with them: communication, conflict resolution, and companionship.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following 60 days, they have some work that they're going to customize their relationship to make sure it just remains healthy. And then finally, one of the offerings that we have is the couples retreats. So love literate couples usually attend a couples retreat with us for an experience, usually international travel with like-minded couples, where they're gaining more tools and pouring back into their relationship.
And most of the relationships that are formed on those couples retreats are, people form lifetime attachments with one another, and it's amazing. So do you think professional health works?
Abso-freaking-lutely. We wouldn't be where we are without it, and I can't be a hypocrite and tell you that you would not at least gain some movement in your relationship toward health. So yes, professional help works.
I feel that way too. You have the chance to have an accountability partner that does this for a living, and they can give you insight that can change the direction of your relationship. Actually, one piece of knowledge can change the entire direction of your relationship. Why wouldn't you roll the dice?
So that's what we're sharing today about, does professional help work? Yes, it does. Get started today.
So if you feel like you need more help, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our newsletter.
Details in the description.